What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here, and happy 4th of July, Independence Day, whatever you want to call it. But today, this video isn't, ironically, it's not about the U.S. It's not about America. It's not about Independence Day. In fact, it's about Tokyo, Japan, of all places, because today was the first ever broadcast live event by the WWE named Brock Lesnar Beast in the East. And I have to say, for the first ever one, it was definitely really good. I'm really loving how WWE does these specials. You have your I know they're not called pay-per-views anymore, but you have your pay-per-view specials, then you have these specials they put in between, like the NXT TakeOver shows and King of the Ring and so on and so forth. And this was another one of those shows, and it just makes the value of WWE Network just that much more, I guess better. And just in case you know about the WWE Network, it's $9.99 a month, guys. Just in case you didn't know. But let's get to the event. The event started with Adrian Neville versus the returning Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho returned just for the show tonight. He's not back for a run or anything, but he came back to face Neville in a one-on-one match. And this match was really good. What a great opening to this event. Anything you could think of, these guys did in their all their moves and their moveset. Jericho looks a little bit. I'm not saying he was in bad shape or anything. He was still in pretty good shape, but at the same time, Jericho putting up pounds a little bit. But no, he still looks good, man. Jericho's the man. He turned it up, and it doesn't matter how long he's away from the ring. He always brings it 100%. That's why he's one of my favorite superstars of all time. And I really expected Adrian Neville to win this matchup, but I was wrong. It was Chris Jericho. And not only did he win this matchup, he won it with the Lion Tamer, or the if you don't know what a Lion Tamer is, basically the Waltz Jericho, but he puts the knee on the back of the head. He beat him with that. I think Neville went for his Red Arrow, and then he put his knees up, and then got him in the Lion Tamer, and he tapped out. We'd never get to really ever see Chris Jericho beat people with the Waltz Jericho or the Lion Tamer anymore, but I think this was an awesome nod to his days in Japan, so I really like that. We got to see awesome Codebreaker as well. A lot of cool stuff in this match. Definitely one of the best matches of the night. Go check that out, obviously. Next, you had the Divas title match, which had the champion, Nikki Bella, versus Paige, which I thought said it was Naomi, but it ended up being Tamina for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if Naomi's hurt or she just did not make the flight or whatever happened. She wasn't there. She was replaced by Tamina. And this match was average, average Divas match. Nothing really special, but it's cool seeing these Divas wrestle on a special event in Japan. So it was cool nonetheless. But Nikki retains her championship. She kicked out of the Rampage, and basically everything. She's starting to get that Super Cena. I don't see us giving her that. Well, I was about to say a terrible joke. I'm just not gonna do it. But yeah. Nikki hit Tamina with the elbow, or her like freaking Bella Bullhammer basically, and pinned her. I thought she was gonna hit the rack attack, but apparently that was enough to take out Tamina, the cousin of The Rock. Just elbow to the face. That was it. But yeah, so Nikki Bella is still your reigning and defending Divas champion. Next, we had, I think next was the NXT title match. Am I missing something? Oh man, guys, I'm tired. My head's not. I'm not all there right now. I think that was it. I think next was the. Oh wait, no. How can I forget this? The show's called Beast of the East, and I'm forgetting the freaking Beast. You guys know I'm freaking sleepy right now. But it was Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston of all people, and you would think Kofi Kingston, what the heck? And I think everybody's still shaking their head on that one. But I love Kofi. Kofi's one of my favorite stars of the last 5 to 10 years. How long? He's almost been there. He's been there a long time. But yeah, Cody's awesome. But, he wasn't going to stand a chance against Brock Lesnar. And the match kind of basically went the way I thought it was going to go. Kofi ran outside the ring. He had Brock Lesnar chase him in the ring. Tried to get an advantage. A couple drop kicks. A couple cool counters. He got a little offense in. But the first thing, he hit that first German suplex. That was the end. He hit like 4 of those. And the F5. That was it. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins his first... His first, this Brock Lesnar's another first for this event. Brock Lesnar's first non pay-per-view matchup on the network, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, so he won that, and then the New Day came out. New Day tried to attack him, basically put them down for the F5. Brock Lesnar walks out of Japan victorious, laying waste to the New Day. They're gonna have to get back in shape. It's gonna be it may not be any more New Days. I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm trying to make up these freaking jokes at 7 o'clock in the morning. Work with me, guys. Next we had the main event. Well, not the main event, but in my opinion, the main event. And probably yours too if you watched it. It was the match that was built up the most in this special, which was NXT champion Kevin Owens defending his NXT championship against the number 1 contender Finn Balor. This just build up for this matchup was just so good by WWE, and I wish they would do this more. I just love the documentary that they put together for Finn Balor, making stars that don't know who he is care about him more. Shannon Thorne telling him about his early days in the Indies and then how big an impact that Japan was on Finn Balor or Prince Devitt at that time, and they really enforced that and made people realize this is a big deal for Finn Balor to win this championship in this country, which is a second home to him. It really made him a star and made WWE. If it was for Japan, WWE would never have signed Prince Devitt. But yeah, they did a really good job with that, with interviews by Tenzai and Becky Lynch and all of the people who's been in his life for so long, saying how hard he's worked to get to this point, and now he's going to have to overcome this huge obstacle that is Kevin Owens, who's just been running through the NXT and WWE locker room since he debuted, and it was just huge. And I love the match was awesome. It came up, both men came out. First of all, Finn had a really awesome, paint like he always does. And then they had like the streamers. I've never seen streamers in WWE. There's like a ROH Japan thing, and we got to actually see that in WWE for the first time. Another first right there. The streamers. The two chicks gave them the flowers. Kevin Owens with a heel threw his flowers out. It's pretty awesome. But let's get to the match. The match was really awesome. So, basically everything that you would want to see in that matchup was done. Over the top planchas, sentons, everything you want to see in that matchup. And I just knew, he hit the coup de grace the first time and he kicked out of it. Kevin Owens kicked out of it. I knew, like, oh man, if he kicked out of that, he may lose this match. I had a feeling he might lose it. And then we saw him go for he went for the pop-up powerbomb twice. And I'm like, oh, second time he's going to hit it. And I don't see him kicking out of that thing, because barely anybody really kicks out of the pop-up powerbomb other than John Cena. I'm like, there's no way Finn Balor's going to kick out of it. But he countered it, took him down, coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, Finn Balor. Finn Balor is your new NXT champion, which is such a good thing, because now Kevin Owens can move on to WWE. He can move on to the main roster. He doesn't have to worry about NXT anymore. And I believe the NXT championship belongs in NXT. It doesn't need to be on Raw. It doesn't need to be defended on SmackDown and all that stuff. I kind of really didn't like that when they the two or three times. I think was it? I don't know. Well, I just know that the Ziggler match on Raw. I really didn't like that. The NXT championship being defended. It's for developmental talent. It should stay in NXT. That's just my opinion. But after that, we were treated to a nice tag team Raw like main event. But this is probably good for the the Japan fans, because they never get to see this. So that's how I'm thinking about it right now. Seeing John Cena and Ziggler has to be a big deal for these guys, because they barely ever go to Japan ever. So just, seeing these guys in the main event, what you gonna expect? So it's Ziggler, and which is awesome. Ziggler's awesome. John Cena, who's pretty good too. John Cena's awesome too. And Kane and Barrett, King Barrett. They were just a normal Raw match, basically. Cena and Ziggler got the win and closed the show. So there you go, pretty solid special. I enjoyed it. 2 matches you want to look out for is the opener match, Jericho, Neville, and then the main event in my opinion, which is Kevin Owens versus the new champ Finn Balor. So guys, until next time, comment, rate, subscribe. I'm sorry how this video is gone. I can barely speak in this thing. I know I'm just rambling on. I'm sorry about that. So I'm gonna do what I need to do and get some sleep. So everybody, I'm gonna take a nap, and you guys have a fabulous 4th of July weekend. Comment, rate, subscribe. Peace, everybody. Stay gold.